Hi Bryan, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
You are quite old. How long have you been a photographer?
I started over 40 years ago, when I bought a Nikon SLR and started shooting black and white film. After a while, my camera broke and I just took snapshots for the next 20 years. About 6 years ago I got interested in photography again.
What model of Canon 5D do you use?
I don't use a Canon 5D, I shoot film.
Oh, I think a lot of older people don't know about the digital revolution. They collect vinyl records, use tube amplifiers, and prefer the old-fashioned things.
I am not old-fashioned. I use a computer. I have an iPod.
Do you still use the old-fashioned things like vinyl records and tube amplifiers?
Yes.
I knew it. So, what old-fashioned camera do you use?
Mostly I use a 4x5 large format view camera. I also use a Rolleiflex medium format camera.
You should get a Canon 5D Mark II. It is digital and doesn't need film.
I scan the film to get digital files.
That is silly and old-fashioned.
I prefer analog.
A lot of the older people do. You should take a digital workshop. Are you one of those photographers who use a 4x5 camera because they can't do things quickly?
I prefer to take a slower approach to my photography.
Of course you do. What else do you like about the old-fashioned 4x5 camera?
I like the high resolution of the large negative and being able to focus the image on the large ground glass, even though the image is upside down and backwards.
That might explain some of your photos. And if you want high resolution, you should get a Canon 5D Mark II.
I don't think so.
Do your cameras have 3 programmable total record positions?
No.
Do they have autofocus?
No.
Do they have Li-ion batteries?
They don't have batteries.
Do they have self-timers, LCD brightness, timeout settings, autofocus settings, with modes, and sensors? Do they have P, T, V, E, V, or M, exposure modes, or file formats, or metering, or exposure compensation, or white balance settings?
No, none of that.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's.
Is film still available?
Of course.
What kind of film do you use?
I prefer Fuji Across 100. Fuji stopped selling the quick loads in North America, so I import it from Japan. I used to really like Polaroid Type 55 film, but they stopped making it. I can still get all the medium format film I want, like Ilford HP5 Plus, by mail order from Vancouver.
Okay, I think I understand. You prefer using old things in old ways and which take a long time, and are not very practical.
That pretty much sums it up.
Thank you for talking to me. Let me know if you have any questions about digital workshops or the Canon 5D Mark II.
Does the Canon 5D Mark II kit weigh less than 50 pounds? I have trouble with my camera bag on airplanes.